All right, this is MIL-SPEC Monkey, and we're here with
Sean Burrows from B&T USA. If you've known me for any amount of time, you know Glocks don't really excite me, but B&T has done some pretty cool things with this 19. And not just this, but we're going to start here. We have a collaboration with Glock where we've got an acro cut that's 4 millimeters lower than anything else out there. So even if you're used to just shooting iron sights, being able to index and find the dot and get on target with this super low cut running an acro couldn't possibly be easier. For those of you that are avid Glock users, I haven't seen anything like this. It's lower than MOS, and it's worth checking out. It's not the only Glock project we have going on, though. We've further collaborated with Glock and Supervel Ammunition to create the Hush Puppy. This is a suppressed pistol. We have the super low acro cut. This is also a Glock 19, but if you look closely, you'll see something a little different. We have a switch here, so I can cycle it like a Glock 19, but if I move this switch down, it locks in place, which allows me to shoot around. It would be a subsonic Hush Puppy round from Supervel through this incredibly short 3-inch suppressor that has wipes instead of baffles. You can see that in there. And it doesn't make a sound, nor does it drop one of those pieces of brass with your fingerprints on the ground after using it. So you don't have anything to clean up after shooting it once in a very purposeful manner, silently. And then all you have to do is turn the switch off, cycle the slide, grab your brass, put it in your pocket, and be about your own business. It also makes for a very concealable, suppressed pistol. So putting it into a small fanny pack, sling bag, or I'm sure a specialty holster will come along soon. This is going to be made in limited quantities of, I believe, 500. We have a nice hard case with laser cut foam cutouts. It's going to come with B&T branded box of ammo, mag, the acro, the suppressor. This is a pretty cool side project and collaboration, and we can't stop touching it over here at the booth. So if you're still here at ShotShow, come check it out. If not, find it at your local dealer.
So as a reference point, is it getting down to say like a 22 suppressed as far as end result noise?
Some 22s, but some 22s can be supersonic, right? So,
right.
Really, the boom you get from a suppressed pistol, even shooting subsonic ammo, is typically coming out of the ejection port, right? So that's no longer an issue. So all the gases are captured. Combining that with shooting a subsonic round, it's pretty quiet. So this is my favorite new piece here at the B&T booth. We have lots of new products, but the APC series of guns continue to be my favorite line of modern firearms made by anybody, and this is certainly no exception. As most people know now, APC 9K got the U.S. Army subcompact weapon contract in 2019. Is an exceptional blaster, but a lot of people don't know that there were 2 submissions, and both of the submissions from B&T made it into the final 5, this being the second. The reason why this one wasn't picked is because it was just more than what the Army was looking for in the contract. We submitted it anyway to show what we could do. So it's an integrally suppressed. It's the APC9 SD squared. Overall length is still shorter than the standard size APC9. We've got the telescoping stock, still has the monolithic upper made out of extruded aluminum alloy, pro features on the lower, fully ambidextrous, non-reciprocating charging handle. But again, it's an SD model, which means it's integrally suppressed. What does SD squared mean? Well, we have a super short barrel with a super short suppressor that makes it quieter than shooting a gun out of a short barrel would be without a suppressor. It's SD, so anything you feed into it will become subsonic. But if you want it to be the ultimate SD movie quiet that we all want from an SD gun, there is a second section of suppressor to be screwed on here. If you can see that there's some threading at the end of the suppressor here, and when the full suppressor setup is on, it is no louder than the action moving back and forth. So the ultimate movie quiet suppressed subgun. It wasn't picked for the Army contract, but that doesn't mean other government agencies aren't jumping over each other trying to get as many of these as possible. They like how compact, portable, concealable, and quiet it is. So,
how's the extension attach? You're saying there's an extension for the suppressor?
Well, yeah, the extension would screw onto here,
okay,
so it gets about this long. So yeah, you would unscrew it if you want to be compact. You'd screw it on if you want to be a little quieter.
Right on.
For me, it's the ultimate home defense gun. Take care of what needs to be taken care of without waking up the kids.
So like as is, does it take off like say 20 dB or any estimates?
I'm not sure of the ultimate sound reduction. I was experiencing it at range day for the first time, but we're right next to a 308 in the next booth over with a compensator on it.
Right.
So everything sounded quieter than, but this was exceptionally quiet. I put it with its full suppressor on it. I did put it next to the normal APC-9 SD, and it sounded quieter. So you have two suppressor options, a modular suppressor, it's integrally suppressed, and its most compact form, it's the smallest integrally suppressed subgun in existence. My last, but not least, of the favorite new ones is the APC 300 SD. SD, of course, means it's integrally suppressed. 300 is indicative of it being chambered in 300 blackout. We do have an adjustable gas block for adjusting the gas depending on the load of 300 blackout you're shooting. It will work with all of them though, and it has all of the pro features. So non-reciprocating, auto folding, ambidextrous charging handle, all the ambidextrous lower pro features we've come to expect and love from the APC Pro line, including interchangeable N4 handles, put in your favorites, MIL-SPEC trigger. This is also equipped with our new MBT stock. You'll recognize it from being resemblant of the ACR stock. This has 3 comb height adjustments and 7 length of pull adjustments, and it's foldable. So I switched to this on all my competition APC 223s. It works very well with the APC 300. I've had the pleasure of shooting an APC 300 standard model and full auto, unsuppressed with just a bird cage muzzle device, and it's a sewing machine. It doesn't move at all. The dot just stays on target. So the integrally suppressed model is even more exciting because of the quiet round that it is when it's properly suppressed, and it's a B&T suppressor. So again, movie quiet. And the MBT stock, you can adjust it to fit you exactly, yet it's pretty compact for the package that it is. Folds nice and out of the way, so if you're wearing it on a sling or putting it into a bag, it's a pretty slick little setup. If you're a 300 blackout fan, this is kind of the ultimate setup. So this is a little bit different for me because I got introduced to the people at B&T when working another show 6 years ago, when I was still on the shooting team of another company, and people kept coming up and asking me when that company would come out with the civilian MP7. And the answer is always, I don't know, never. Why did you think that would happen? And I wanted to introduce people to the B&T TP9 because its pedigree is what the design of the MP7 is based off of. And I finally found what was at the time just a little kiosk on wheels, the B&T booth at NRA 2018, I think it was, and met the people of B&T. And we started talking, and I wanted to do a review on the TP9 so I could show people it's the closest thing they'll ever get to a civilian MP7. And for a long time that was true. In fact, until this week that was true. And I'm holding in my hands the first civilian available truly MP7 clone out there. Now, if there's an MP7 in commission, it's running a B&T suppressor. And we've got Tom Bostic here with me from TommyBuilt Tactical. And if you know his work, he builds a lot of amazing HK clones, and this is no exception. People have been coming over to look at this, and not just attendees of the show, but also vendors from other booths were coming to look at this, interestingly enough. And it's pretty exciting. Tom, tell us about it.
Well, here it is. So
thank you so much. Well, next time.
That's it. Yeah. Well, it's you know, as you said, kind of a clone of the MP7. We did a few things to make it our own. We did kind of brought it into this century. I mean, obviously the platform's been around for 20 plus years.
Right.
So we did M-Lock on the front and bottom there, so you'd be able to kind of update it with newer stuff compared to the older stuff. This is just a semi-auto pistol as it sits. Of course, we will be able to have stocks and the flip grip to be able to SBR it if you so choose. But yeah, it's kind of the only thing like it. There's a lot of chassis out there and some other interesting things that people are showing at the show that are MP7-esque, which is neat. They have their own thing, but if you're looking for like a real collector's piece, this is it. Of course, one of the cool things is it accepts the factory B&T can, which is been around since the conception of the MP7, and that's what all of them use. So we're keeping that tradition there and making sure that it works with that. And
does it run MP7 factory mags?
It does in fact run factory mags. It is in the 4.6 caliber, same as the real MP7. So we are right there. And it's been pretty overwhelming, as you said. A lot of people have come by, and a lot of interest in it. Hopefully, we're probably 2 months out from being able to start shipping them. So
it's fun to be at a SHOT Show booth and have you there. It reminds me of the old days. Didn't think it was going to happen again, but here we are.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, here it is, man. Pretty excited about it. Not a lot to say, but it's there.
And for those that want something in 9mm, get a TP9.
Yeah, TP9. Yeah. I probably said that 50 times on responses today. Well, you make it a 9. I was like, yeah, it's called the TP9.
Or the full auto version is called the MP9 for a reason.
Yep. But yeah, it's definitely a neat piece, and certainly thank B&T for hosting us here, and it's awesome.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Tom.
If you like this video and want to support us, check out the MIL-SPEC Monkey Store. Although known for morale patches, we also specialize in a good selection of DIY hardware and tactical accessories.